Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I hope you're keeping well. So thanks very much for dropping on by. So firstly, if I could just ask, if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up, and if you've got any comments to make, please feel free to put them in the comment section down below, and it'd be very good if you'd subscribe to the channel as well. That would be much appreciated. So what are we talking about today is you all know that I've been doing several vlogs of this, my KTM 890R 2021 model. Had it now for a couple of months. If you want to click on the card up here, that will take you to a link giving all the other vlogs that I've done on the 890R. So what are we talking about today? So the bike's been in for its first service. On some of the other videos, I've just made reference to the point that the quick shifter was pretty crap actually. So much so that I turned the quick shifter off through the menu system. So it came back from its first service a few weeks ago. Did tell the technicians that I'd switched the quick shifter off because it wasn't very good basically. So they had a look at it, said the software on it was fine. And I took the bike away and it was still doing it once I put the quick shifter program on. So again, decided to switch it off. So anyway, I brought the bike home after several days, thought, nah, that's not right. Something's got to be wrong. So basically the long and short of it is that the technician, it would appear for whatever reason, had done the chain too tight. And that seems to be right from day one when it's come out of the showroom when I pulled it a couple of months ago. So basically the technician had the chain tension between 12 and 15 mil, and the KTM recommendation for the chain tension is between 2 and 5 millimeters. Obviously other manufacturers out there, I've got a Honda Africa Twin behind me. You put the bike on the side stand and you check the manual and it says about 35 to 40 mils of free play on the chain. So you can do that in your garage when you're out touring. You can adjust the chain when you're touring, so it's pretty straightforward actually. But oh no, KTM, they want to do things differently. So basically the way that they do it is you have to put the bike on the paddock stand, which is quite interesting if you're going away touring. So put the bike on a paddock stand and then you push the chain up, and then from the underside of the swinging arm they give you a reference point, and then they tell you what the chain tension should be, which is between 2 and 5 millimeters of chain tension gap. So there's a good YouTuber called the Bolt Hole Biker. There's a link in the description below. He's done a couple of videos, and in those videos they show you basically what nuts to undo, what nuts to turn, how to check the alignment, and then how to do it all back up again. So that's all covered in that video. But today's video, I just want to show you, as there seems to be a little bit of confusion on the big wide interweb internet as to how you check for the correct chain tension on the KTMs. The KTM's got quite a long swinging arm, so I don't know if this is why they do something differently. I'm not sure if other manufacturers do it, but basically what you're going to need to do it. First thing, as I mentioned before, you're going to need a paddock stand. So if you're away touring and you need to adjust your chain tension, and maybe there's a KTM technician out there who can give us some other means as to how to adjust the chain. But yeah, you're going to have a paddock stand. And then what I've got is a bit of not very sticky decorator's tape. I've got a 4mm Allen key, and then I've just cut a bit of paper out to 2.5 centimeters or 25 millimeters, and obviously I used a tape measure just to get that measurement. The problem with the KTM, it's just a right raw pain in the arse under the swinging arm to sort of get your hands up there, etc. So it's actually quite hard to video, so I've done a good a job as I think I can do in relation to the video, so don't slate me off too much. And again, if I've done anything wrong, technicians or any other people with far more knowledge than I've got, please put in the comments section below so that others can read it and learn from my mistakes, if indeed I've made any mistakes in relation to this. So go to the KTM website if you haven't already done so, download the PDF 890R Owner's Manual, and then go to the relevant sections for chain checking and chain adjustment. It's got everything you need to know in there. How to undo the axle nut, the adjuster nuts, what to do with those, alignment, etc, etc, and then what you need to do to check the correct chain tension, which seems to be the problem. So with my little bit of yellow tape, I've just popped it on the underside of the left hand side of the swinging arm, and then with that little bit of paper which I sort of cut at 25 mils, I've just put that onto the yellow bit of tape, and then just measured back from the chain slider, that full 2.5 centimeters, 25 millimeters, and then just put a little bit of a black pen mark on the yellow decorator's tape. So that is the reference point, 2.5 centimeters, 25 millimeters back from the chain slider, and it's on the flat part of the swinging arm and not the lip of the swinging arm. That's most important. So in relation to my case with my tight chain from the get-go, maybe the technician has been using the outside edge, which is lower than the underside of the swinging arm. Hey, but I don't know. So what have we got to do next? Well, basically put a pair of gloves on because it's going to get very oily, and then just push up on the underside of the chain. Hi guys, quick video. Where am I pushing on the chain, just to clarify? So this is my pretty picture of my chain, rear wheel, front wheel, swinging arm cross section, chain guide here, 2.5 centimeters. This is the Allen key where I'm holding it flat against the underside of the swinging arm, and I'm pushing on the round part of the chain, so up here, and then measuring between 2 and 5 millimeters here. And I think the Allen key I've got is a 4mm Allen key. So yep, that's where I'm pushing up here on this spot here on the chain at the reference mark point, and then with your 4mm or a Allen key between 2 and 5 millimeters. I've used a 4mm Allen key. Just push up until it touches, so you know you've got the correct clearance between the underside of the swinging arm and the top of the chain, and then rotate the back wheel, and then as you go around the chain, just check every now and again that you've got the correct chain tension. So I thought I'd just quickly touch on tight spots on the chain. So obviously the chain links, etc., they stretch and whatever, so you can get some tight spots there. And obviously with the sprockets, the front sprocket and the rear sprocket, they might not be perfectly round or aligned properly on their mounting points, for want of a better word. So they might be slightly off center, so as they go around, it sort of increases this distance between the front and the rear sprockets. So in effect that pulls the chain, so it makes it a bit tighter. So it's sort of doing this kind of thing, and then the chain goes tight and it goes sloppy. So that's why you check all the way around to see where the tight spots of the chain are, and then adjust accordingly. So yeah, go all the way around the chain, and then when you're happy with the distances that you've got between 2 and 5 millimeters, then just redo all the locking nuts up, adjust the nuts and the rear axle nut, and then you are good to go. And obviously with the KTM, I would suggest that you oil the chain as often as you can, every sort of 200-300 miles or thereabouts. If your chain is too tight, that's going to increase your fuel consumption. It's going to give you excess wear on the sprockets. You're going to get a whirring noise potentially, which I've already had on this in one of the other vlogs. And what else it's going to do? Yeah, it may damage the drive shafts. And obviously with the KTM, they do have an oil leak on one of the seals on the front drive shaft. Whether that's got anything to do with a too tight chain, I don't know. Well, that's it folks, we've come to the end of the video. I hope you found it of some use to you. If you like it, as I said before, it'd be great to have a thumbs up and smash that subscription button as well. It was a video not showing you how to adjust the chain. That's covered in the Bolt Hole Biker. What a great chap that is. It was really just a video to show you, to clear up any confusion as to where the reference point is for you to push on the chain and check the correct chain tension gap. So I do hope that's cleared up any of that confusion. If you've got any comments to make, as I said earlier on, just put them in the comments section below. If I've totally ballsed it up, please let me know. As ever, ride safe, and we'll see you again soon in the next video. Take care for now. Bye.